All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another week of map making with Sandwich or Sando and myself. We are here to provide you with. Looks like we're working on some C stores to start off, and hopefully you guys are having a good day. Sando, if you want to say anything before we get started.
Nope. I'm just gonna make some maps. You guys are gonna give us some feedback, and we'll shoot our shots and talk about anything you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, we're pretty much like last week, guys. We're like here for Sando does maps. He doesn't do weapon balancing. He doesn't do this and that. We can provide you our opinions on stuff like that, but it's not factual.
Yeah, things aren't gonna get fixed by yelling at us about weapon balancing. It's not gonna happen.
So, how's it going, everybody? We have Daya, Macius, Comms, Lobster, Papa, Spooky, Feed. How's it going, Voxel, Redacted?
There we go. Needed my hotkey.
Control, what's up? Oh, are you doing a storage bomb to start off?
Yeah, because I really don't want to get rid of this skylight right here since it gemmed with this, and this is a really nice looking C-store. Like, it'd be a shame to let this go to waste on just like deleting this perfect storefront that it made for us. Or not perfect, but like the skylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to put the bomb up here. Make storage something simple, just something easy to start us out with.
What's up, DNSL? How's it going, man?
Shed bomb? No.
Yeah, shed bombs.
No. Dude, arcade does have the best vibes. I like vibing in arcade. We did what was it? It was like a 7 dance machine arcade last week.
Yeah. Yep.
And I got to play on it. It was so hard to defend.
Yeah. The 7 DDR room.
I wonder if people are gonna use that call out as Kebby again.
The DDR room. Every week we try to throw one like little community Easter egg where if you're a part of the stream, you'll know exactly what map it is when you see it. What was it, the first week or not the first week, but 1 week we did the extended high flagpole in Kill House.
Yeah, that one was a little bit I don't know, I felt like that was a little bit not on the nose enough.
Yes.
But it was also really good to just do something like that. Like, that's the kind of weird stuff that we want to do with you guys. But maybe something a little bit more noticeable and like reflective in the gameplay. Like, the 7 DDR machines is like, you're gonna notice it and be like, what the heck is that? But it also doesn't look weird. Like a super scaled flagpole looks so weird.
Came here to get Smit's autograph. Autograph signing session will be afterwards.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna get rid of that guy. I don't know if I want to get rid of Shed here either, because like truck is gonna have to be like up here somewhere if I don't, which is fine. But it's like, where are these red doors? So what I'm looking for right now is this storefront is the green entry for this map. Like, I've already decided that. This is going to be a drop-down map of some sort. But now the hard part is like, where do we put the red doors?
Wait, hold on.
Like,
I think we could do the map clickers. So guys, we're gonna enable this.
Ooh.
You can click on the map where you think red doors will be, and we'll be able to see. Let me make sure I have it open real quick. I want to try this again to see if it works. Let me.
Yeah, 1 sec. Sorry, I want to get this in before I forget about it, so you guys actually have a way up.
Teller bomb.
There we go.
Teller bomb.
Teller bomb? No.
All right. So
not on this map, at least.
So guys, it is enabled. You'll see on your screen that you'll see like a heat signature. Click where you think a red door should be.
We're not putting a red door right next to bomb and storage. Come on.
Right.
Y'all complain about attacker-based maps, and then you do this? Come on.
I think that's an old one, but it looks like bathroom has one of them. And Teller, maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking like something right here as well.
Yeah.
The red door in the attacker truck.
Put the red door right in the attacker truck.
Yeah, so I'm seeing bathroom and shed.
Yeah, I think bathroom
I'm
and
guessing
shed.
like, is that the arcade side or the teller side?
Let me open
Kind
it
of
up
hard to
real
tell with
quick.
those.
It's just I think they want the red door to be all of shed, like just one big red door, all of shed.
Oh my goodness.
It seems to be the consensus. We'll just
Yeah, don't worry, Habbo. I'll get another door in there, but we're getting the red doors down first. I haven't placed all the interior doors quite yet.
yeah. So Habo, you typically on any given map you have a green entrance that will split into two separate ways to get out of it, and then two red doors.
Mega shed with truck inside it, no derby.
Make a mega shed. Yeah, you can click on the screen, Daniel. You can click on the screen. Once I enable it, we'll do that a lot. So
Now, the question is here, do we put it on this side or on the arcade side? And I think it's on the arcade side. And the reason I say that is because then you can actually sit in teller and defend against the storefront dropdown.
yes, I think you do it arcade side. I'm a big fan personally of where an attacker should have to go through at least one room or two rooms to get to bomb. But I think on this map, arcade is the best because you'll hear them kick down or shotgun open shed door, and then you can kind of anticipate it and play around it.
Gotta turn walls around.
I think your
around.
first two process games with me, and you probably smoked me.
Get that up. Get that up. All right. And then the other one was like down here. Sorry, guys. My fingers are kind of messed up. So if it's a little wonky today with camera movement, I'm trying my best.
He's got the messed up fingers.
I got some indirect injuries going on, so.
Put the power outside again. He can do that.
Yeah, we could do that on a different map. This map, it doesn't really work unless you had a rotation through shed. And even then, like, arcade is most likely going to need an entrance either here or here. It doesn't need one necessarily, but it'd be kind of weird to just have arcade that's only connected through green doors. And typically speaking, when arcade is connected to storefront, it does have one of those
regular walk-through doors.
Yeah. Plus, this will give another angle for defenders to peek at. I just need to make it in a way that isn't like super incentivized to just be like drop down and rush. So maybe doing like fridges back here would be good, because then you can still peek it from here, here, and here, necessarily, like down this little lane right here.
I like that. I also like on storefronts where you have like the higher fridges kind of in like odd, like I think last week we did like the horseshoe, right? The U shape.
Because, because
then you
like,
because then you have to clear it out. Yeah, because then you have to clear it out and actually make a point to clear it instead of just checking everything from up top.
Let's see. Yeah, we can do that again. Maybe not with this specific fridge, but we'll leave it there just as a reminder.
Combs asked, could we get more natural angles, something like a broken wall with a box in front of it, so you can't enter, but you can have a line of sight onto an area.
If there's a way to make it discernible with what we're trying to have you do, sure, but that's very hard to do. Even with something like a wall charge, like pre-made hole, sometimes it's not exactly clear what that is or why it's there. Can definitely do some of that stuff, but it's not going to be able to be like a one-way just peek hole, kind of like the teller window. At least not without like a very specific reasoning behind it, or like a very good way to discern what it is from map view. It looks a little weird. What was I gonna look up? Shelf.
Arsenal. Your question about opening map making to community members for fun weekend modes or something along the lines of that. The only game mode that's currently in the game is the I guess you can call it bomb defusal. As far as allowing community to make maps, that's basically what today is. You guys, pretty much every input you guys give is making these maps that will be in the rotation for, I think it's this week, isn't it?
Yeah, these will be going in on Friday. I need ice bag.
So this is Mondays and Tuesdays are your days to kind of like get your input in and ask level team questions, such as Comms just asked, and just learn more about it and how it kind of works, because you'll notice when we work on the next map, it will procedurally generate the map and then it will do the prop pass through, and sometimes it's not the prettiest, so that's why we have Axum and Sando that go in and clean up the maps.
Yeah, this map was a little dirty right before we streamed. It had some weird stuff going on with it, so I fixed it up, and now it's looking good. Need to change my sensitivity. Cool. There's no graffiti there. Power should be in bathroom. Or should it? Kind of in a predicament right now, because I want power to not be like right next to a red door, which makes it really hard, because like I don't want power to be just back here either, so you can just like hurdle in these two rooms. Might have to move red door over to the freezer side, just so it's like you have to go through another room and the objectives are a bit more spread out, which is fine. Sometimes this happens. So I think I'm going to do that, because I'm just going to run into problems later down the line if I don't.
Power and Teller? Ooh.
Power and Teller? That would be a very good storefront rush for power. True. Not necessarily a bad idea.
Power inside the truck? I agree. Yes. Let them have. So I don't know if any of you guys in the chat saw this or played this map yet, but there's a map in rotation right now where Freezer has a half moon sandbag configuration. Looks like a smiley face. And for everybody that's saying non-45 degree angles, there you go. There's your non-45 degree angle.
You get all the angles.
Yeah, all the angles. Yeah, the half moon, I thought it was a really cool look.
Yeah, we don't use it too often because I think it's a bit of an older asset, but we can definitely do more of the off angle stuff.
Yeah.
That's not hard at all to do. Let's get this guy.
Will you see more high up windows for utility? Are you referring to like the basement windows where they're up higher?
Yeah, is that like the basement windows, or are you talking about like factory windows? Basement windows?
Basement.
Yeah, I made a map yesterday. I made a couple maps yesterday that had that. Usually those will be like in green rooms.
Yep. Do you plan on adding
basement windows?
Do you plan on adding a hostage mode down the line, or are you more focused on bomb defusal only? We don't really have the answer to that question.
Sorry guys, Unity likes to freeze when we click on room labels, and it doesn't like me when I do that. So we're gonna wait for a second, see what happens. Let's play a 50-50. Will Unity crash or will it not? I don't know why it takes this long to do it either, because normally it just doesn't like it when you click on these room labels for whatever reason. Like, I'm clicking and moving around, nothing's happening, so.
Is Unity prone to crashing?
So, yes. And there's very specific things that cause it to crash. And then sometimes it'll just crash for no reason. Like you'll click on something and it'll just send you a runtime error, and it would have white screened by now, like it would have gone to the whole not responding page. But if you, for example, we have the replace tool that you've seen me using a couple times. There's like a little box right here that pops up, and then I click and drag things into it. If you click and drag something into it, but nothing is selected in the scene, and you try to replace it, it'll just immediately crash it, like 50-50. Yeah, see, so like it selected this, and that's all I wanted to do, and it took that long. Feels good, man. Make a backdrop.
Will we ever see a courtyard type deal for C-Store, like the drop down holes except more useful?
Courtyard type for C-store, like the drop-down holes. I'm guessing you mean like the little chimney things. Yeah, I've done a couple of those in the past. I don't think I've done any this week, but we can try to get one for next gen if you remind me when we're done with this.
Remember, chat, we still have to convince Sando to continuously click level gen until we get the car crashing through the storefront door.
I honestly don't think it's going to happen. Literally a 1 in 200 chance that it happens.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. We're gonna make this a little bit more apparent that you can wall charge these two walls right here. So I'm gonna do fridge. We're gonna get the standing fridge, get some water. Get some water up in here. Some water. Some real water. Not none of that fake water.
That's not Dasani. There was there was one. Well, the car crash in a storefront is eco. It's not even like it's a doorway. It's more. It's like a prop. But it's
very rare.
It's cool looking. I still someday want to see it, man. It's so cool.
If it ever happens naturally, I'll keep it. I don't care how bad the level is. I'll make it happen. But it's one of those things where like I can't really put it into a base level. It's like it. You can't force yourself to win the lottery, you know? Like, I'm sure you could, but it takes a while, right? And all the C-stores I've ever generated, never seen one.
Yeah, you can't force yourself to win the lotto.
I don't really know what I want to do with arcade, and I don't want to just place things randomly. Which I've started to do, and I just stopped myself. What should we put in arcade, guys? How about that? I don't really know what to do with this arcade. It's so open, and I kind of like it that way. What should we do? DDR? What? I don't know why I expected anything different.
DDR.
DDR.
8 DDRs.
Oh my god. That's so much DDR. Put a booth machine you can walk into. Oh, like those, oh god, I know what you're talking about.
Like a photo booth?
How about no DDR? I mean, the people have spoken.
The people have talked.
Well. We have Time Crisis. It's Devil in Crisis. See?
DDR machines everywhere.
See? We got the Devil in Crisis. No DDR is sacrilege. I agree.
It's a part of our Tuesday streams now to have DDR. There must be DDR.
There's plenty of DDR already. We got 5 machines so far. There must be DDR. I think I want to do some backups to this guy right here. Like, what I'm talking about is like, these things just have backings to them. Normally this one is the side that can stick out, and then like you put this side against a wall. It'd be like that. But I'm using it. Oh, I need to get that texture too. I'm using it in a bit of a different way here, where it's just kind of in the middle as an island, and I don't like that this side is just a sheer wall.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like it because then attacker has to commit more flashes to push into that versus one flash and they're at storage already.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing is, like, doing this, any more than this arcade is going to be so complex. Like, there's so many hiding spots already.
So you want to nerf the shotgun folks, huh?
I do. No, I don't. I never said that.
Can we see Gekdu DDR IRL? Well, funny you say that.
Yeah. I was about to say, funny you mention that. We do have someone on our team who's very good at DDR.
How long do these take to bake usually?
To be a DDR god. Each map takes about 30 minutes, depending on the map. C-Store, I think, like on my machine, probably takes about 30 to 40 minutes. On the Threadripper that we normally bake on, it would take probably like 20, like max. Factor, I think, takes a little bit longer. Is that? Yeah, I grabbed the right thing. Freezer's looking kind of spicy. We need doors. That's what I need.
Any plans to add tile sets? Yes, very soon.
Soon TM, but like not as a joke. Actually, soon TM. We're gonna get bathroom. Then we're gonna do office. Let's do the office one like way up here, because then you cut off the sight line. Let's do this. Cool. Oh, come on, grab the thing. Grab the thing, Unity. All right, move some of this stuff down.
Yeah, guys, if you're looking to stay up to date, our Trello roadmap is probably the most up to date. Last week, even we went in and added a couple things that are new on it, I believe, such as Weapon Field 2.0 is now in QA, map drawing attribution, stuff like that. So that usually gets updated as new developments come out as far as like features. So can we get a link in chat? Yeah.
It'd be good to do a Nightbot command for that. I don't know. Is there one already?
I think there is.
Like an exclamation point roadmap or something? Yeah, I thought there was.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Look at us being all professional.
Bion's so smart. He thought of it already.
Yeah.
It's like, these guys are going to want it in like 2 weeks. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. They're going to want to see what this roadmap is. What's the in-team roadmap look like?
We can't tell you because then it wouldn't be the in-team roadmap.
Yeah, it'd be public.
We got some spicy stuff. Pretty much all we're at liberty to say. There's some good stuff coming, guys. I'm really excited. Really, really excited.
Do we have to have a map update before DreamHack? Yes. Friday will be regular map update.
Did they say, do we have to have one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every Friday, my guy.
Every Friday.
Well, almost every Friday. We didn't have one over the New Year's, but... Or did we? I don't remember. That feels like so long ago already.
Yeah. Can we please push it back?
No.
Nope. Unfortunately, DreamHack isn't the end all be all. New maps are great. It makes you it makes every game a surprise.
Also, the whole point of doing these is that, like, doing the maps every week is that you can't memorize the maps like that. We don't want you to memorize the maps. That's intentional. If you can memorize the maps, you know, if you play, you know, hundreds of hours every week, you'll probably see everyone or close to everyone, but like ideally you don't memorize the maps. That's the point.
Imagine playing on the same map over and over again. CS:GO.
Oh my god, dude.
You want dust too, huh? All right, here you go.
You want that clever pig, eh?
Steam Workshop, maybe in the
real
future.
OGs.
CZ. I should make a command for that because we get asked that quite a bit. Is it true that we have now over 100 maps in the pool?
Yes. But
yes.
I'm probably gonna nuke like 30 because we're gonna put in close to 30, and the bundling process for getting the maps to you guys takes a horrifically long time right now. It takes like 10 hours, which is like unnecessarily long. So it'll probably stick like around 100 to 120 at the absolute most for the moment until we can figure out a better way to get maps to you guys. That's my understanding of it, at least. Because right now, like, if you download, you know, I don't know about a lot of you, but for me, it's not a problem. For a lot of people, though, downloading 4 gigs onto your C drive is like a big deal. That's a lot of space that most people don't have. So, you know,
we can get a map update every Friday, but can't get another client update. That's because every Monday update was only for beta. When the game went to EA, the team was focusing more on not just trying to push out a bunch of client updates, but making sure that they're like worthwhile. There's a lot of features coming in the next coming month or two that the team is internally testing to make sure that they work correctly.
And I am excited for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Like, I wish I could talk more about it. I don't want to get in trouble for talking about it like too much, but guys, like, it's going to change everything in a good way, in a very good way. It feels so good. Let's see. So what do we got? 3 entrances from storefront. Our greenest storefront. We have a reddened shed, reddened freezer. Power is placed. Bomb is placed. I think we're good. Stairs up. Teller has a door and a hole. Dude, I wish. In order to get that high of a server tick rate, you need to be running at an FPS that's like that, though.
Yeah.
In order to like fully get the effectiveness of it. So if your game only runs at 60 FPS, you know, having 300 tick servers is kind of pointless because you won't even get half the data. At least that's how I understand it. You know, I could be entirely wrong there. Very possible.
I'm not sure on that either. I mean, optimization is always the studio's #1 priority. We have a guy working around the clock to make sure that we can reach optimization and provide you guys with, you know, higher FPS. So give it time. It takes a lot of time. It's not, we don't have a team like of 30 people working on optimization. It's really just like 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah, the curly fry. Unless you have a pretty high-end CPU right now, your frames suffer, and getting that down so low-end machines can also play at that level, definitely a priority, like Smit said. Right. I'm just finishing up some final touches. Since this is a drop-down map, I got to be kind of careful with this stuff.
Can we test weapon feel? The cadets are a little bit right now.
Eat beer is the best beer? You're goddamn right.
Yeah, 10 shy. The level pop did jump a lot during the sale. We have we're working towards our next campaign right now. Obviously you can only do sales so often on Steam. Otherwise, it kind of loses its value. So we're working towards setting up our next big campaign right now, actually.
I'm just doing a final fly through, double checking everything, making sure that we got no floaters or no obvious floaters. Yep, like right here. Come on, give me that. Yoink. That's facing outwards. Is there any graffiti? Nope. Any floaters? Nope. Floaters, floaters, floaters. Nope, nope, nope. Floaters. Nope. I think we're good. I'm gonna move this back just a tiny bit. All right, we're gonna generate some gens. If you guys see a gen you really like, start spamming. Spam like 1 or yes, or pick this one or keep it. I don't care.
Yes.
All right, let me save this. Actually, one final touch. We gotta bring that up just a tiny bit so the little icon shows, and then we're good. Go, go, go. Coo, ka-choo. All right. Keep it. I haven't generated another one yet, brother.
Keep it. Keep it. Yep, that map right there looks great. It's the one we just did.
Level gen, good job, brother. All right, we're gonna generate some maps.
Yeah.
I don't like this one already. I don't like this stuff over here.
So guys, this is what when we talk about level gen and procedural generated maps, this is what it does. Basically, the level team will click a button. It will automatically size rooms and make a outline or a format of what the map looks like. And then it is the level team's responsibility then to go in and make sure that it flows. So right now what Sando's looking for is like offset rooms, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of circling them with my mouse, but like if you see anything like this, the map is basically killed. I don't want to deal with it. It takes too long to mess with, and it's a little bit too hard to like really fix it up in a way that makes it gameplay viable. We've done it a couple times before where arcade's been like over here and it just never turns out fun. Like the rooms need to be connected in a way where you can form a donut. Think of it that way. Like if you can move all the way from point A to point B on the other side of the map and then back to point A, like that's a good map. That's a good layout. But if you have this stuff over here, you need to find a way to split Teller off somehow or move Shed down here. And like, it's just extra work that is highly unnecessary when we could just click a button and a new layout gets made and we could just go through it like that.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Yeah, this would be a good one if there was like a skylight and storefront because you could do like bomb, maybe back arcade or something. But this still kind of suffers from the same problem of Tellers. Like over here by itself, maybe you could move Shed down here. This one, I'm seeing ones.
I'm seeing ones as well.
One.
Keep it. They're saying.
All right.
You asked.
Diving deep.
You asked for it.
Yeah, I think the only thing here that I would have to do is move Shed down to this little section right here, so it could be a rotate into Teller. I couldn't really extend office. So the way that these rooms work is each of these rooms is a size. So like this is a room. In order to extend it, I would essentially need to duplicate it. So it'd need to be like another office up here. That's the only way to really do that. And even then, these are considered two separate rooms. So if I deleted these walls, lighting might be all wonky. That's why you don't see weird out shapes quite yet. I think there's one Kill House map that does have that with Club, and that's something that Axum is working on right now with sub rooms. So you'll see weirder shapes as time goes on. But right now we're kind of stuck to these shapes, which is, fine.
I want to know in chat if anybody played the new C-Star where it's got the extra long storefront with the skylight drop down. Because I've played it quite a bit recently, and it's probably one of my more favorite maps, just because it's so long.
Yeah, Blaps, there's a good chance that a similar layout already exists. It's very, very possible.
I don't know if Teller is
definitely placed like a room entrance, a roof entrance.
like some long. Hey.
Yeah, we could definitely just manually place a roof entrance. It's not like the biggest deal to place those. It's a lot easier to do it when level gen does it because it gets rid of everything for you. So it's just a few extra steps that we'll need to do. Right now, I'm just waiting for things to spawn, so nothing's happening.
So right now, guys, he's doing the initial pass through, I think is what you call it, right? Where it's
it's called the room pass.
Where it's gonna add stuff into each room, and this is where we say the level team is needed because it will throw stuff random spots.
Yep, you guys will see it. It's probably got like 30 seconds on it before it's gonna go. We'll see what the total time to generate stuff was down in this bottom corner down here. So we're just waiting. They can come from any direction. Yeah, so see, it just like kind of generated stuff. Like this actually isn't a horrible generation.
Yeah,
Arcade's got a little bit of problem going on, but like otherwise this looks like a fine map already.
Yeah.
So probably not a whole lot that we need to do. And now we're just going to finish up these gens. It took a minute 32 to generate all of that stuff. Pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good.
Not enough DDR. What if you kick down certain things for cover?
Funny you mentioned that. Way back when in Block Dude, if you watch the node videos or like anything from way back when where there were just like Minecraft style character models that were basically just colored hitboxes, you could kick down cover. The problem with that is you just kick down cover in front of doors and there's nothing an attacker could do about it. You just kick it down in front of a door and then they couldn't kick down the green door and they'd be stuck. So that got nuked pretty quick.
I'd be kicking down
Plus
tables.
the way that Yeah, the way that the lighting system works, it relies on these things being static objects. So we're on loadout spawning. That means we did everything. So we got Gray Halberd. But now we're gonna save it and let it do its thing. What
Yeah.
if DDR made a special appearance in another room? That kind of defeats the purpose of arcade, though, because it's an arcade object.
We almost
can do it,
convinced them
but-
last week to do one in Office as the golden DDR.
There's one of those in the factory office. Maybe not a DDR machine, but I know that there's an arcade machine in one of the factory offices as a prop, like a cover object or like a corner object or something similar. We got a big old truck out here we can use for blocking things. I don't see anything else in the mid ground I want to keep, so I'm just gonna nuke all that. We're gonna put bomb probably like back arcade. Let's do the shed thing before I forget about it. And then I also don't let me forget. I need to do the skylights in storefront, or what we could do is a green door in storefront.
I kind of like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a drop down, but storefront is definitely going to be the free entry here. I don't want it to be super punishing to get in the building. Once you get in the building, you know, all gloves are off, you know, who cares, but they need to be able to get in the building.
Can you shotgun a top corner of a green door to make it opening? You have to shotgun the door latch, like the handle.
Oh, I forgot to get the texture in that. I'll go back through.
That's a big truck. Holy.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. Looks huge.
It's very big. I need to clean up this stuff a little bit. Some of these roof caps are duplicates. That one isn't. It might be just these ones over here. No. Huh, I guess it was just like those ones. Interesting.
Fermi Spaz. All you have to do is shotgun the door handle and the door will open. So you can still do what you're talking about of shotgunning the door and throwing a flashbang in. You just have to hit the door handle. How do you make sure there are no pixel peaks, Sando?
You try to keep everything on grid. So right now, if you look up here, you can see this little button that will be toggling on and off. Typically, we try to keep it on a number, like generally 2s, 3s, or 4s, and then it'll move around on that grid. If I take it off, it'll just freeform move around. So if I do like a freeform move around, let's say I wanted to put a wall here and I needed to move it over, I have a couple different ways of snapping it to the grid, and everything else is already on grid. I made sure of that when we first generated it, so you don't end up with like a 1 millimeter peak like that. For things like cover, it's just a lot of prefabs. So if you have something like here,
they said no, the basement window.
Don't worry, guys. The basement windows, they're still here. So if you have something like this, it's just when you make this like general object, you just have to be careful that there's no pixel peaks in here. Like so, generally, we're not putting cover that close together. Like we're not doing something like this and then letting you look through that angle right there in the first place. So it's usually not that big of a deal. A lot of our pixel peaks in the past have just come from like objects that were unintentionally pixel peaks. This is also an employee-only arcade, fun fact.
It's considered the break room now.
Yeah, I need to figure out what else was in the shed, because there's some weird Z fighting going on right here.
Basement windows, yes.
Okay, so now we got to fix up this stuff, and then I think we're ready to almost start. Give me one more second. Cool. Close enough. We'll clean that one up just a tiny bit with the corner piece over here, just so it looks better. Normally people don't notice this stuff, but makes it look pretty. All right, and then we're going to need a entrance on storefront, a free entrance, so a green entrance.
All right, guys, we're going to turn on the map clicker. For those of you guys that are just tuning in, basically click on the stream anywhere on the map where you think the green door should go. It's going to be in storefront, guys, so it's going to be along this storefront area. So if you click anywhere else, guess what? Nope. All right, go ahead and start clicking. It'll reset all the values quick.
What's your favorite type of sandwich, Smit?
Man. I mean, I'm a simple man. I like the PB&Js.
Dude, I'm eating one right now.
I like PB&Js. I do like honey ham though, like on sandwiches.
Ooh, yeah.
Like some good honey ham. Yeah, PB&J is timeless. For real. All right, guys, so you guys can go ahead and click on the stream on the map anywhere in storefront here, and it will show up on the screen. So we got quite a bit at the double breach, but also on the right side there. No, Blab. Not honey ham on a PB&J. That would ruin the PB&J.
That's
a honey ham, like some okay, so let's ask this, Sando. Miracle Whip or actual mayonnaise?
Actual mayonnaise.
All right. See, that's why we're a duo.
I don't think Miracle Whip is even considered mayonnaise. I think it's egg product.
I think it is too.
All right. I saw a whole bunch down here, but I'm also seeing some over here. We could do a double green.
Yeah, I think
that would be doable.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool. And then I think we add like the like, you know, those little they're like coolers, but you can head glitch them kind of. Like
like deli coolers.
Yeah, I think you add them so that way you could play storefront for the cover of it instead of just giving it up.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so we can do a double green. We can do it here, and we can do it here. Since those were the common ones that I saw being clicked.
How long do you think it's going to take for the full release of due process?
When it's ready.
Yeah, I think the consensus right now is it'll be EA for at least a year. But after that, I mean, it could go longer, it could go shorter. But I think that the target was at least a year in EA.
Okay, so I need to keep that one.
They said that was Cyberpunk? Yeah. When it's done.
No! Oh my goodness, where is it? Is it just this whole thing? No, this is the thing I want to keep. This one? Yeah, it's this one. So we need to do that. Get rid of that. Oh, not that one. Well, other one I wanted. This one. Cool. Now we got like a proper entrance. I'll put some doors on this so it's not as awkward, and I'll just leave them open. We'll copy and paste this one over there so we don't have to double our workload.
Is there any intention for another graphics overhaul in the future?
I don't know what that means, and I'm not a part of the team that makes art like this. That's a question for Kills or V-Man on Discord. Sorry.
Higher fidelity graphics? What does higher fidelity mean? I'm not
it's just like more in-depth graphics, like Battlefront style graphics, or just like more detailed, more quote realistic, I guess.
I mean, the game's niche is kind of the retro graphics.
Our lighting engine is actually really good. Well, we used Unity lighting, but our lighting and due process is actually really dang good. we spend a whole bunch of time making sure that the lighting looks primo on these maps. It might not seem like it at first, but the deeper you look, the more intense it gets. My favorite example of it that I didn't know was the moon is real-time lighting, apparently, which is nutty to think about.
Any plans for kill cams?
I'd like to see them, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. Neither one of us really know about kill cams. We could provide you opinions on stuff, but if it's not like a level design or like a community related question, we're not gonna know the answer to it. Same with like replays. Replays have actually been brought up a lot recently of like wish people could have replay system. I mean, it's a cool idea. I feel like it would take quite a bit to implement.
Yeah, it definitely would. And a lot of our efforts right now are focused on pure optimizations.
Do you think they should add what gun kill each player to the kill feed? What's your opinion on that one?
On one hand, it would be cool to see, and on the other hand, it's already kind of distracting. Like when I'm shooting someone, unless I hear the kill sound, sometimes it's really hard to know that you're, killing someone, like in the game. Oh my god, I'm gonna make Arcade a bunker if I do that. So, like on one hand, it would be cool to see things like headshots and whatnot, but I honestly can't answer that because it's not my area. I don't focus super hard on that design aspect. So, yeah, I just don't want to make Arcade a bunker because making Arcade a bunker is like, ugh. We'll do like this, and this will be good enough. We'll get rid of a DDR machine.
Smoke should protect you from UAV. That was kind of a.
No, they shouldn't. Smokes protect you from flashbangs, not UAV. No, don't worry, guys. I lied.
I was like, wait, what? I've been playing the game wrong this whole time.
No, yeah, they are supposed to protect you from flashbangs, from the flash effect of flashbang.
Thoughts on a play of the game type thing during post game?
Would be sick. No clue if it'll ever happen.
Yeah. Any hints you can give us for the next tile set?
It's really cool.
Which one?
Got him.
No, not now. Their minds are racing. They're like, wait
a second.
Do you
guys
think
are playing checkers while we're playing chess?
With the coming tile set, will 3 out of the 4 be chosen at random per match? Sandra,
that's a good question.
I think that's what I heard is it would be random, but I'm not sure. It could change.
I'm not sure either. I think that's a good way of doing it, but having some form of like veto system would also be really nice. Because if, let's say, like, theoretically, if there was a map that was upcoming or a tile set that wasn't very competitively viable and, a competitive scene like the DPL didn't like it, if they had the opportunity to veto it and just be like, no, we don't want this, because it just like we would rather play on like a set amount of maps, like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it would scale fairly well of like, what if we have like 5 or 6 tile sets? You have to pick 3, something like that. So I think it's a possibility, but I would like a veto system personally.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what we could do? We're gonna do something a little different.
Do you think there'll be new guns coming at any point?
Yes, eventually. What they are, who knows? Not us. Genuinely, though, we don't know. Because, like, we need to get some systems in place before that happens.
Well, I think
those systems are not ready yet.
I think ZBrush is Z, isn't it?
Yeah, it's ZGek. That's
his Twitch.
Kills. ZBrush? What?
ZBrushed in Discord. I wonder if that's Zach. It is? Okay.
No, it's just Z_Gek.
Can a smoke
Oh,
nade
it's
snuff out a
in there.
Molotov? No.
Gotcha. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
was.
that we were talking about someone else. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I'm skeptical about the fourth tile set coming straight into DPL. Why wouldn't it? With the new tile set in place, do we expect the map pool to increase by a large amount or have the same map pool number with more dispersion between the tile sets?
The second one, most likely. Because remember, we still have to physically make these. Like the level generator isn't smart enough to know um how to accurately place things quite yet. We're getting there, but
Like even now,
it's,
guys, like with the 20 maps every Friday, you might get 8 kill houses and only 4 C stores or something like that. Like it just kind of depends on what the team has time for during like Mondays and Tuesdays are the days that they really work hard on like getting the maps out because obviously each map takes time to bake and to go QA and so like for instance when the fourth tile set comes out you might get only 2 kill houses but 8 of the fourth tile set.
oh, this is kind of a toughie. I want a rotation through here, but the problem that I'm looking at is if I do a freezer door right into arcade, then it gives green door access straight into bomb, which I don't want. If I do it into office, it's a bit awkward, but it would be a better solution, and I could delete something in arcade like that to open up wall charge potential, which I think is a better option. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's a bit better.
Do you guys think other
Don't
game
want
modes
to get
might come?
soda.
Sty, that's kind of a common question we get a lot eventually, but for now, there's nothing really set in the works for it.
Yeah, we gotta polish up what we got first,
Don't want to get too overzealous.
for sure. Here, if any of you are being hyper ambitious, I guess I could do like a red door back here. No, that'd be a little too far to run. I've been trying to do that more of having people be able to like flank behind people who blow red doors. I think those are kind of funny.
I think you need more
I need to
hardcover
get these pictures.
in C store too.
Yeah, I do. I need to get rid of these walls though.
It's the toilet island.
Yep. Toilet Island, baby.
I saw a question about the mini map. It was in at one point, but it didn't provide a lot because if you think about it, each map is random or procedurally generated, so it's a little bit harder for. If you think about it, it's a little bit harder, honestly, to implement a like proper mini map when you're basically remaking a mini map for each map.
Yeah, like those mini maps had to be similar to the maps. They had to be made by someone every time, from what I remember. So, and it was kind of awkward to use and just, yeah.
Well, and I've seen a lot of
If,
questions lately on social media, especially about like the timer in casuals between like rounds. Like you have a minute or a minute and a half or whatever it is, being too long. Um, the point of it being longer is so that you do properly plan and get affiliated with the map and look at okay, if they come here, where can I rotate to so you don't get lost on the map. Um, that's kind of one of the things that I always look at is it's like if you're using like especially in a competitive sweaty match, you almost run out of time because you're so
yep.
focused on like okay, what if they blow here, where can I go, if they come through this door, where can I back up to, where's the last stand gonna take place.
Yeah, I tend to run out of time as well in competitive. Time, as far as I'm aware, times are the same in both casual and competitive. So, even if you're making a very basic plan, you'll still end up with like 10, 20 seconds on the clock, which
Yeah,
is just barely enough to get all of your gear. And then by the time you get all of your gear, reload your guns, make sure you have charge and clacker, you're out the door and you're going.
yeah,
Like if you're not making a plan, yeah, you're gonna feel like you're sitting around. But if you're making a plan every round and talking with your teammates and trying to decide, okay, where the defender is going to sit or where the attacker is going to come from, you tend to run out of time more often than you think.
Yeah. And that's
That being said, that could just be like our opinions, but
yeah. I mean, it's definitely, my opinion is like the whole point of the game is to make a plan and execute it and communicate with your team. And if you're not doing that, then yeah, it might seem like it's taken forever to wait out the minute because you're just grabbing a gun and saying, "Well, I'm going to go here," versus like coming up with like a coordinated plan.
I don't think we have one, guys. I'm sorry. What I could do something a little different.
Just take an auto shotty mag and place it in the toilet and make it not able to be picked up.
Is it this one? No. Where is it? Oh, I don't know if I can do it easily. I could put like a goo thing. Oh my goodness, I got the hiccups.
What is a PTR branch com? What are you referring? Is that? I'm unsure. Maybe Sando, you know?
You're probably looking for something like the cadet tests. PTR is basically cadets.
Okay.
It's like PTR is like testing new features. It's the public test realm.
Okay.
I believe what it stands for. Yeah, if you want to test things, or you're looking at, wanting to help us kind of behind the scenes or like with broken builds or things like that, or new features, we do have a segment of our community that helps us, but it's pretty closed off right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't need a lot of people at the moment.
I noticed the silencers are coming in the future. Does that mean that silent entry is going to be a thing?
It's been talked about, but the problem with that is if you don't know that they're coming in, like even here, if you don't know that they're coming in, like if someone's not watching this actively, they can just walk in.
Yeah.
And Lumberyard is kind of like that, where all of a sudden you just have an attacker up in your face because they didn't use flashes. They just kind of walked up to you. It would be cool if you had doors like the bathroom doors, and what I mean by that is the bathroom door can just be opened and closed. It doesn't need to be kicked. Like you can just open and close this regardless of what team you're on.
Yeah.
If every door was like this, it would kind of defeat the purpose of this door being special, or like the freezer door was like that for a while. So probably not silent entries, but
let me catch up real quick. For the planning timer, why not have a ready check? And if everyone clicks ready, you can skip the timer, because there's two sides to it. Honestly, I mean, if you're on the attackers and you just instantly grab a gun and say, "Here, we're doing this," the defenders are still planning. So even if it would like require all 10 people to ready check it,
and that's never gonna happen.
No.
Like there was a time when attackers could skip to execution, like way back when, without needing approval. It was literally just a button that anyone could click. And what would happen is you, as an attacker, need to do a lot less planning when you have flashbangs. So what would happen is you just say, okay, we're going in red or we're going in green, and you grab your guns and you immediately skip to execution, and the defenders are all of a sudden, they don't have a plan, they barely have gotten their guns and looked at the map, and they're trying to get themselves together, and you guys are breaching the building.
Yeah.
And like getting 10 people to agree on anything is horrible, and like it would have to be all 10 people. It can't be like, oh, it's a majority vote. Like no, you'd end up with people like trolls or people that just want to, just click on heads. And like this game is about planning and execution. It's not about clicking on heads.
Yeah.
There are games that do it a lot better than us.
It's a multi-faceted game where clicking on heads will win you around a lot of times, but the planning is what's going to aid you in doing that. And that's what the planning phase is for, is to create a plan. Even if people don't talk on your team, there is a nonverbal communication, like you can type in chat, or most people can hear you yet, even if you talk and say, hey, can you watch this? And say, I'm going to ping this. And most of the time people are in agreement because it is a competitive game at its core. And so, people will usually take notice and want to win. Obviously, you can have the most flawless plan, but if you can't click on somebody's head, they're going to click on yours.
Yeah, like a plan allows you to click on heads easier.
Yep.
But the game isn't about solely clicking on head. It's not that kind of game. Make plans, then shoot mans.
Yep, make plans, shoot mans. Will there ever be a quick chat option? You can actually type in chat right now, Masanic. Red is your team chat, blue is your global.
But I'm guessing they're talking about more of like a Apex or Overwatch style, like you have a rotary wheel.
Yeah, so like you could say like, moving here or
yeah, so it's like a rotary wheel with this sort of deal going on, and you have like different options in each one of these, so you could be like select, do that.
Right. I don't know. I know we have a lot more nonverbal communication stuff coming in the future. The pings was like the first iteration.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of it too. If I could just add that, like, definitely want people to be able to communicate without using their voice. If we can get to the point where people don't have to talk but can still communicate flawlessly, like, oh my god, that would be amazing. That would be phenomenal. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put power up here like a doofus.
I like it though.
Shed power, let's go.
Requesting extra time? Are you talking like a tactical timeout, Gabriel? Tactical timeout.
I don't think requesting extra time is going to be a thing. You're kind of confined to the time that you're given.
Extra communication stuff is for the best. I always love people only communicating by making weird drawings and placing their marker.
Yeah, I agree. Placing markers is a very good way of communicating, like in icons and whatnot. All that stuff is very, very good.
The new pings I've seen on the roadmap are drag and drop. Are they also seen on map? Yes.
Oh, I bet I could just like, I could scuff this a little bit. Let's do this one. Get rid of the hot dogs. Hot dog, get your hot dogs. Hot dog.
I like pinging where I go and then drawing firing arcs that I'm watching this.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, being able to like, man, I wish I could just draw on my screen with a button. I like being able to like ping and know that, you know, this angle can watch me from here. I see that a lot. People do that with doors. They'll be drawing lines like this, so it's like, this is the angle that this door, if it's open, we'll have to be shot from. So you can run up to this and know that that's like the angle that you have to watch out for. I love that. And then
you'll see that a lot you'll see that a lot too at like the higher levels, like in DPL, is people will draw wallbang lines already. Like if I were to look at this right now, I would be like, oh, okay, so you know, I'm gonna watch the bathroom door into storefront because you can wallbang, you know, or that type of deal. You know, you'll see that a lot where people, especially on Kill Us, will draw the like wallbang strats or angle strats and be like, well, they could be watching from here.
Here's another one that's really good. It's this one. This is Control Alt. He's a really good gamer. I think he's also in chat, but you can see he's actually pinging that window over there, and he's lining up a grenade with that window, and watch what happens. So he's pinging the window, he's lining it up. Watch what happens. Nade goes in. If that had killed someone, that would have been mental.
Yeah.
That would have been absolutely mental if he had killed someone.
And that's part of the big brain aspect, is you can utilize that stuff and think outside the box. Like you'll see, I think in DPL I have 10 or 11 utility kills now with nades, throwing it through factory windows or doing kind of the same aspect that you just saw there. And
Magnum gamer.
It's just one of those deals where like you think outside the box.
Yeah.
Can we get a picture of Smit in the game so we can pray to
it? A shrine to Smit.
Yeah.
All right.
Smit spray. The spray and pray.
Freezer's looking okay. This is all looking okay. We need reds. That's what we need. I knew I was missing something. So this is kind of the tough part because now I've kind of boxed myself into having reds in like a couple rooms. The other thing we could do is just do like a single red door, but that's kind of weird.
I'd put one in bathroom.
Yeah, I'm thinking like one in bathroom, but then it's so close to this that's already rushable. It's like that door would never get used. It'd need to be like up here if it's going to be down, because like power's up here and you can already go here, shotgun this, get power. So there's really no need for a red door in Teller just to incentivize defenders to play in here. But if there's a red door over here, that's like, oh my god, you actually need to like defend this area. I think that would be a little bit better.
Let's do
Bottom
it.
of storage, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because otherwise, like, what else is this little section right here, like this little 3x3, going to be used for? You know, so I'm thinking right there. I like that idea. Got to get that Kenneth Futureman box truck. Kenneth Futureman, building a future for you today and tomorrow. This is another thing that I kind of boxed myself into is
what is
I don't particularly like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to put like that cover right there, but it's like I'm trying to think of what I can put in storage. What should I put in storage, guys? What does QA stand for in the Trello roadmap? Quality assurance stage? Yeah. When can we buy some DP merch?
It's been brought up.
Dude, Bianco still has to send us that clacker. He said he was going to. He like 3D printed a clacker that clicks. It was really sick, and I don't know if he ever sent it to us. Bianco, if you're in here, I'm looking for that clacker, brother.
Sorry if this is in it before, but how much of the map is actually random generated, and do you place all obstacles, assets, and doors for proper flow?
Give me like 5 minutes. If you want to hang around, you'll see it. You'll see it in action.
But yes,
I can explain it then.
I mean, he does place like the doorways and stuff for proper flow, but yeah, you'll see in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I need to finish up this map real quick, and then we can get to that stuff, and I can explain it again like while it's generating. If I start talking about that right now, I'm going to forget what I'm doing. It's a really bad habit, so just want to get this through.
Is DP striving to be a big esports scene?
I mean, we already have an esports scene, right?
Yeah.
Are we striving to? I don't know, Smit. Are we? Like, we have DreamHack going on soon this weekend.
Yeah, DreamHack's going on this weekend. I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like every game, especially if it's a FPS shooter, wants to have a esports scene. I can't think of any game where they're like, nah, we don't really want to have an esports scene. That's not really our thing.
Yeah.
I think it's all about what the community wants. If the community wants to see it in a competitive aspect, they're going to voice their opinions on it. And, you know, us as a studio, I mean, we've heard all your opinions on the weapons and the movement and optimization. Like, we hear all that and focus on that, you know? Yeah, there's DreamHack this weekend. So if you're not signed up, sign on up. Get a team together.
I'm looking forward to it. Dude, it's going to be hype to watch DPB on DreamHack again.
There is, I think there was like almost 30 teams signed up. 29 teams right now.
Yeah, I thought there was only like 15 or 16. I was like, oh, this is going to be a kind of quick tournament, but...
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that I've never even heard of. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone can sign up for that, right? Like, you don't need to be a part of DPL. It's anyone, as long as you have a team of 5.
Yep. It's a...
What is DreamHack, Smit?
DreamHack is it started off as like a LAN party for just a bunch of guys, and it's pretty much transformed into a worldwide gaming convention / tournament / everything, I think. And Due Process was lucky enough to be asked if they wanted to run a tournament, And so we agreed to it, and now the DPL has taken the reins and are organizing it. And we're providing game keys to people and any support that they need. Is Pengu playing? I believe so, yes. As far as I know. Last time he talked to me, he said that they were trying to get a team together.
Okay. Do you guys see anything else that we need? You see anything else, Smit?
No, I think it looks good.
That's a question for Mazer.
Yes, we are, Cosmilk. Twitch drops soon, TM.
More DDR. I can't do. I don't want to crowd arcade. If I crowd arcade too much, it's gonna just become a problem, and people are gonna just turtle in there. Like even then, this is kind of a crowded arcade.
Yeah.
Because I've put bomb in there. In fact, now that I look at it, I'm gonna do this. Oh, right. Can't focus on bomb. It does not like it when you focus on bomb, which is why it zooms out a lot like that. Which is wonderful. Then you're like trying to click on anything else to just get back to it. Let's do bomb. Give a little bit more incentive to blow this red door and maybe put like another choke point here. Move these boxes over instead. So you can put barbed wire here. So. Oh my god, it's just like this one piece that I kind of like, but it's also kind of awkward. I could do like shove it into the corner. Ooh, that's a lot better actually. I like that. Let me put a blocker back there just so you shenanigans causers don't trap yourself. Oh my goodness, you're good at it. I forget who it was, but someone posted a picture. They had managed to stick their spawn puck in between the bathroom stall and the wall, and they were stuck in there.
That's
shoot through and what?
I've seen a lot of people do that on factory with the boxes outside the large windows.
Yeah.
As they get stuck there and they just jitter back and forth continuously.
So much space for DDR now. Oh my god, it's enough with the DDR, dude. You know what? If someone makes the default dance defender, like the Jesse model defender default dance, I'll gift you the basic nitro for whatever you want. It needs to be able to be used as an emote though, because I want that. That'd be so funny. All right, we're going to go into the next generation. I believe this is fine. I'll do a quick fly through, but I'll explain a little bit of how the level gen works. Like, it's a little awkward that this wall is empty, but it doesn't really have a choice.
What cover is shoot through and what not?
Depends on the gun, but generally most things are shoot throughable.
Freezer doors on C-Store are thicker. That's about all I know. The walls.
Yeah, like these are very thick. The walls are very thick. I think most of the walls here are very thick. Let's just triple check. I know that we were talking about this yesterday. Yeah, so all of the walls on C-Store are very thick. So these are only going to get penned by like Mop, Igmar, and Legros. Not even Igmar. I think F1.
Yeah, Legros.
I think just Mop and F1, yeah. I think those are the only things that can pen very thick.
And Allegros wall bang is only like 10 damage, I think.
Yeah, but like this stuff can be shot through really easily because it's just like thin cover. Generally speaking, anything that looks thin, oh man, I'm gonna have to cap that off somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna cap this off. But anything that you can shoot through that looks like you can shoot through, like this stuff, you can shoot through it pretty easily. It starts getting a little weird once you reach things like fire doors. Technically, you can shoot through these, but they're considered a thick object. And what that means is that like rifle classes or rifle weapons, they can shoot through this with a little bit of damage drop off depending on the gun. But like a pistol won't penetrate this, which I was incorrect about. I thought like an LS would penetrate this, and none of the pistols, like or pistol calibers penetrate a thick object.
Z said to check exteriors for posters over doors.
Oh yeah, thank you, thank you. So this is only fire door. I need to add the doors onto these. There's a map. I don't know. I think it's still blacklisted, but there's a map I did some funny things on. Yeah. And these guys. I need to check the bathroom as well. All right. Check for hand dryers. Nope, nope. You do have your basement window in here in case you wanted to pop flash it. Just saying. Don't worry, we didn't nuke it that hard. All right, yeah, I think we're good. There's only one red door on this map, but it's a pretty powerful red door. So hopefully this works. I've been experimenting a little bit more with these like one red door C stores. I find that like if you put two red doors on a C store, it makes it so hard to plan for like where they could possibly come from because they could come from like 4 or 5 different angles, right? Like they could go through shed, they could go through a red door, they could go through another red door, they could go through green. Uh, so I'm really interested if you guys have feedback on like these one red doors, when they pop up, how they played for you, if you liked them, what your experience was, things like that. So if you have feedback, please drop it in the level channels. Basement window to molly attackers. Now you're thinking,
The big brain.
yeah. Now you're thinking with windows.
Are you
All right.
still putting doors on the
No,
storefront?
I am going to do that later because it requires some finagling with
Perfect.
different things, and it takes a little while for something that's kind of like extra. So we're gonna do one more C store.
Tenchai, we kind of answered that earlier. They used to be in the game, but they are not anymore. Do you ever hide Easter eggs or environmental storytelling when designing a level?
All the time. They're normally like really, really subtle though.
Yes.
This wouldn't be a bad map.
There's a few members of the community that have like on C-Store they have like like a liquor bottle that has like a significance with like their name, or Sando has like a sandwich.
I don't have a sandwich actually. I just have my name in the level generator.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yep. Yep. Which is fine by me, honestly. Dude, I don't want to put sandwiches everywhere in the levels. Oh my goodness, this is a wide boy.
Like when Kalinator made his custom map, you guys have probably played it. It's the factory map that has only fans for entrances. So it's got a green fan and 2 red fans. If you look around it, you'll see a bunch of little money stacks around the map. Because he called it the $1 billion factory. And that was his quote unquote Easter egg.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. So, whoever asked earlier, I forget your name, but whoever I asked earlier, check the products. Yeah, there is a whole bunch of stuff in here. These are all magazines, though. I need to re-import all of these. While I'm doing this, whoever asked earlier, sorry, I forget your name, but when we're generating these maps, what I'm looking for is a donut shape that we could make with doors. So here, what I'm looking at is like, let's say, we wanted to keep this skylight. I kind of do because it looks pretty sick. But we could also just easily get rid of it. For funsies, let's say this is the green. It's the green. We're going to do red here and red here. So there's doors here, here, here. Actually, we'll do here, 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 here. So you can see that like this kind of makes a donut shape where you got this, right? Like I could go all the way around and every room connects to at least 2 other rooms. So like bathroom connects to storefront freezer. Freezer technically connects to storefront, but then it also connects to bathroom office. Doesn't have to, but it does for this layout. Storage connects to shed arcade. Arcade connects to storage teller. Teller connects to storefront arcade. So when we're making maps, we generally look for a layout that's similar to this, that the level generator just kind of puts together for us so that we don't have to move these rooms around and do extra work in order to just make a layout work when we could just generate another level. So that's the first thing that we look for. And then the second thing is we have to generate all of the objects that the level generator puts in. And what I mean by that is these are not the all the objects that will be in the final map. They're just the objects that level gen decides to put in for whatever reason because they fit or, whatever. It always places truck and power. They kind of just, it places it so we don't forget it. But then the major pass is the room pass. I just clicked it, so we're going to wait about 1:30, and it's going to place as much as it can, as best it can. It's kind of stupid in that regard, though, and it tries its best, but it doesn't place very intelligently, and it doesn't place doors. So when you generate a level in our level generator, it doesn't place the connector doors like in that donut map thing that I made. It doesn't place any of those doors. We have to place those ourselves. And the reasoning for that is, again, level generator is really dumb. It would, if we gave it the power to place doors, it probably would just place doors on the first wall it sees because it's like, yep, that works. Cool, thumbs up. And it would just pat itself on the back and be like, yep, job well done. So we got another like 45 seconds, still just kind of waiting. This one's called Hades Blood, or we can call it Blood Hades. Kind of an awkward naming scheme, but what would dead ends offer? Literally nothing. They are called dead ends because they make you dead.
True.
Alrighty. So you can see it actually did a pretty good job on this one too, especially in storage. This is a pretty common layout. It likes to spawn these like in the corners, but like if we take a look at office, like what is going on down here? We got some Bitcoin miners. Oh my goodness. Bathroom's a mess. Like look at them. Look at all these hair dryers. Oh my god.
Who's up next on partner maps? Right now, we're working with Linko. To make a partner map, guys, for those of you guys that are new, we have a partner program for streamers. And our executor or our top tier, to make a partner map, it takes like 2 weeks roughly. It's usually about a 2-week process because obviously Sando or Axum have to do their actual job yet. This is just kind of a like a side thing where they like to do that for the community and stuff. And it takes roughly 2 weeks to do all the steps needed versus what you're seeing here, which takes, 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need to name this map, and this is the point where the map gets named. So after this, there's no changing it, and we can only swap. So if I sit here and I do this, right, we can either get Hades Blood or Blood Hades. Spam whichever one you want.
Yes, spam it in the chat.
Hades Blood, Hades Blood, Hades Blood, Hades Blood. Oh my goodness. Everyone seems to be in agreement. To Gabriel, the odd man out. Blood for the blood god.
So how many of you have actually been watching that RP stuff on Rust? Because I've been watching more hours than I care to talk about for that.
Honestly, I only watch Ludwig. I don't watch any of the live stuff. I just watch his videos.
I've been watching Seer, S-Y-R, because he's part of that Blood God Church. And I usually have him up on the background on one of my monitors during the day.
Dude, it's so weird seeing people just like, yeah, Ludwig 7. It's really weird seeing people not just like insta murder each other on Rust, I'll be honest. Like
yes.
The few times I've played Rust, you just run around and it's like people are just like screeching, or they'll like try to make you their slave, or like, yeah, it gets weird real quick. And then there's like this RP server that OTV made, and it's like everyone's like nice, and there's actual reasoning behind a lot of what they do. I'm like, what is this? What is this new game that they're playing?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I found a server the other day that is just like strictly RP. It's along the same lines as like what the OTV people are doing, where they have like a a line or whatever that if you go north of it, you can PvP, but you can't PvP south. That type of deal. It's pretty fun.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've only ever been, personally at least, I've only ever done that sort of thing on DayZ, like Arma 2, Operation Arrowhead DayZ,
Yeah.
where it was like you had like conflict zones, and then you had the like trader areas, and I played Epoch, so there was a little bit of base building in there and whatnot, but that's really the only like RP stuff I've ever done. That was really fun. Again, you get some weirdos in there, but generally people are pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
It's always fun to hear like what people come up with, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what late at nights I've been doing a little bit of RP on Rust because it's just crazy to have like people create like a backstory and a character and see how they progress, and it's just kind of interesting.
You know, you start saying backstory and character, and I'm like, that just sounds like D&D with extra steps.
Pretty much. Like my character, he's a helicopter taxi, so I just buy helicopters and fly people around.
We need freezer. Freezer.
A car crash your storefront would be a cool green entrance.
Funny you mentioned that.
Look what I started.
Well, and the worst part is there was a map that it didn't have a proper green entrance because I forgot to do a fix for it. And in that map, the car pulled the doors off of the front of the C store.
Oh,
but then it got blacklisted, so it hasn't made a return. But I'll poke Ozzy about it, and we'll get it back in. Get it back in the pool where it belongs. All right, so you guys, let's see if you can place power. Now, I want bomb to be in storage, and typically speaking, we do keep these objectives like at least one room apart. That's what I found. Trying to do that a lot more. I know that like in the past they've been like right next to each other. It just makes for very turtley situations. Definitely don't want that. I am personally thinking freezer, but what are you guys thinking? Could we do a click map? And this is for power. This is for the power breaker. Put van on roof? I don't think I will. Put like a ramp going up with some tire marks or something. Storefront. But I want storefront to be the drop down green. Have a speed ramp for logical purposes? Exactly. Put power in teller. Yeah, you guys were saying to do that earlier. Do you just want to put power in teller?
The community has spoken.
Is this what you really want?
What do you want?
What about this? Does this look good? Power in bathroom. Is there no other reasons to enter bathroom? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that as well. Don't worry, I haven't placed all of the interior doors either. I'm getting around to it. Like, you can see that like arcade doesn't have any doors. I just wanted to get these doors out of the way because I wanted a long sight line like this, which I thought would be kind of funny. I wonder how we got on the roof, driver. We hit a ramp, Fast and Furious style. Yeah, we do have a set to allow for roof spawning, but it's not a truck. Yeah, we'll keep the breaker in teller because that seems like a fairly easy thing to do. What else can we do here though? I kind of want to delete one of these, but I also kind of don't. And like, how do we make this one different from the one we made earlier? So if you don't remember, the one we made earlier had fridges that went like this, and there was an arcade door here, and then there was like some shelving down here and here. And I don't want to do that again. So what do we do different this time? What do we do to change it up a little bit to make this drop down a little bit varied from what we had before? Hmm. Decisions. It's hard to do this too because it's like an H shape and center. That could work. Yeah. Maybe do it with like deli coolers, maybe flanked by refrigerators. So it's like you drop down and you have to pick one side or the other, and then you're locked into that side. High shelvings that can be used like cover for defenders. The problem with the high shelvings is it's like we really only have fridges that can accommodate for that. We don't really have like these types of shelvings that can do that because these ones are just the crouch height ones. So let's see what that H shape would look like because I think that's pretty easy to get out there. We'll do a quick mock-up of it and just see what it would look like. This isn't going to be permanent by any means. Come on. So we got like that. And then there would be like deli coolers in the middle. Deli. Yeah, we'll do like these guys in the middle. Let's just drag this guy like way down there for now.
I love those
Oh my
deli.
goodness.
The deli ones are so great because it's like the perfect height. You could still hide behind it, but you could pop up.
Yeah, so you're thinking something like that, Jamerson? Van in store, crash through the top window. What? Just like a rocket ship? Just like Argus nuke incoming.
You have to jump out.
Could have some pillars as well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Is like maybe do some pillars in the middle to cap off the deli coolers.
This is what I call a rush.
Oh yeah, don't forget to drink your water, guys. Water time.
Hashtag hydrate. No idea. Just put the UAV in the building. Just
Big old fact.
Have the UAV crash into the side of the building.
The UAV's huge too. I'm pretty sure it's like the size of a storefront. Let's take a look real quick. Maybe it's called drone. Yeah, it might be called drone. Is this one? Oh. Yeah, it's like the size of a storefront.
There it is. Crash right in.
Yeah. The thing is, if we put it anywhere near here, you'd be getting droned literally immediately as you spawned in. That's a no-go. No safe space for the defenders. You're like the only person who's ever said that. Normally, it's attackers have too much agency.
It's because attackers are
Attackers
so strong.
powerful. I don't think it's even attackers being strong. I think it's just flashbangs. But that's just my opinion. We're gonna get rid of some of these just so we can get a base deli cooler, and we'll start building this out a little bit. This one's gonna take a little bit longer since this isn't a pre-made shape. But I think it'll also be worth it a little bit more. We'll have to stretch out these deli coolers as well because right now they don't really fit this size too well. So don't kill me, Z, but I'm gonna stretch your stuff a little bit. I'm stretching the pants. Pillar. Ooh. Come on, grab it. All right, and then we can do like that. Yeah, what we can do is we can just do one side and then just copy it over, and change up some things to make it even easier. Is this in the ground? It is. Where? We'll keep that one in. We'll keep it down here. Oh yeah, I need to delete those. Okay. What else should we put on this side? Remember, this is only half of it, so if you guys have suggestions for what should be on this side, I'm thinking another fridge, honestly. Let's see.
How did the development team go about balancing how many weapons, ammo, and explosives each side receives?
Trial and error.
Yeah.
I genuinely do not know. That's a Vince question.
Z says you can make it an S shape.
True. Someone already said an H shape though, and I gotta stick with that.
I love having the high, like, especially on a storefront, like drop down, having the like fridges to hide behind, because then you can play like a little sneaky devil and make the attackers have to clear you out with flashes and use some of their utility.
Yeah, I don't know if I should do like a 2 wide, a one, like this is kind of like a 1.5 because of the soda machine. If I should do a short shelving or if I should do more deli coolers. Let's flesh this out a little bit more. Let's see what this idea can become. So we got this. Oop. Making it nest shape, fifth house is just a DDR. An S shape would be really cool for a drop down though. If you had it be like yeah. If you had it be like this.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah, with the deli in the middle. I'll have to keep that in mind and do it on another one of these drop down maps because I really like that idea actually. Having this is like, it's kind of the same thing, but it's even more restrictive in what you can do, but it's also like you can either exit to the east or west instead of north or south. So we'll try both of them out. I don't want freezer to be completely neutered either by this, which is kind of difficult. Ooh, this is tough. Like, my problem right now is I really like that freezer has an angle onto this part of the drop down, because like it'll prevent a straight up rush into bomb room. Which, you know, is people like that sort of thing, and I think it's very balanced, fair and balanced. Oh man, should I just put shelving here? I think so. I think I just do shelving here and call it good. Let's do that. Where'd you go? I think you're right here. There you are. Come here. Get over here. Then we got to get rid of that end cap. End cap. Doop. Cool. Let's see. So if you like shut out those, yeah, I think that's a little better. Maybe doing like a deli cooler here as well would be good, but I think this is fine. I'll just lower these a little bit. Lower them like I did earlier.
When things like the fire hydrants get released, will defenders be able to rip them off the walls and move them, or will they be stationary?
They will most likely be an object that you take in, similar to barbed wire, Molotovs, and flares. We have tried it before where they were placed on walls and people would just pick them up and move them anyways in front of red doors and such. So it's like you're doing the same thing with extra steps.
I never played with them. What did they do?
It was like a short duration smoke cloud, and you could like wall bang them and whatnot if you lined them up properly. But that assumed that you couldn't take them off the walls. So like if, let's say they spawned, here, I'll do a quick example. So if you had like, let's say this thing right here was a fire extinguisher, this hand dryer. We'll get rid of these ones just to make it a bit more easy to visualize. But if this was the fire extinguisher and there was a red door right here like this, and we didn't notice that the fire extinguisher was here, if you didn't move this fire extinguisher, this would essentially be a free smoke that attackers couldn't use to like they couldn't use this door because it just got immediately smoked and then they know you're there. You can't really push through it. So it just became a cat and mouse game of like, well, they're already picking it up and putting them in front of the red doors, or the level team is missing them and they're spawning in front of red doors. So we're just going to give them to them as objects. And that's what they did. So they will probably come back as just an object that you can pick up. If they come back. Which, I mean, I don't know. I guess we haven't talked about those in a while, but I'd assume so. Like, I don't really see any reason why they shouldn't, personally.
Yeah.
All right. So how's this looking, guys? How's the storefront drop down looking? Do we need to change anything about this?
Are you still missing a red door somewhere? Or are you just doing
Yeah, I'm
one?
still missing a red door, and I'm still missing connectors in arcade and storage.
Yes,
So how does this look?
I think you need a wall. I don't think you do a white door from arcade though. I feel like it makes it too easy because then you could just walk right through and you could do a split push. I think in
Yeah, I'm thinking to do a door there.
Yeah,
Just like there and up here.
Yeah,
that would be a normal doorway. Yeah, we'll do it there, and then this can be the back deep hold that's susceptible to the wall charge. Cool. So now, how does it look?
The age-old question. Wondering why you guys choose to manually edit the map. Shouldn't you train the AI to do this?
The level generator is getting there. The problem that we have with the level generator is it's a lot easier to get it 80 to 90% of the way to generating a proper map with proper cover, and then just do the last 10 to 20% than it is for the level generator to get to 100% generation, because you end up with diminishing returns once you reach a certain point. And like the generator isn't quite there yet, but it's getting to that point of diminishing returns where like you can put hours into making a specific room, let's say arcade, spawn better, but you still have to worry about the rest of the level. So if office is still spawning like crap, then you also have to do that for office, and then storage, and then freezer, and then bathroom, and et cetera for every single room on every single tile set. So
all right, so I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Need to move between office doors and freezer green door. Need to move them around so you can't stand outside shed and shotgun all three open.
Yeah, I could just move this like over here. I'm also gonna probably move this red door into freezer, probably like here, because like this red door right now is a little obscure. Like, why would you ever do this one?
Because that's a big thing that you see at like, I mean, it's not really a big thing, it's big brain, but you could shotgun open from outside shed. You could shotgun open office, clear out office because it's smaller, and then you could shotgun open bomb room and clear that out while your team pushes red door into freezer.
For sure. The thing with that is it's also like, yeah, that's doing something like this where it's like you're staggering the doors, like that's good. but being able to shotgun a door open from that far is going to get fixed really soon anyways.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be able to shotgun a door open unless you're literally right here. Like, shotgunning a red door open across the map, that's getting nuked soon. Thank God, dude.
Yes. Thank God.
Yeah, I'm over it. I promise. Like, we think about it, but it gets to a point where it's just like, you can't win them all, dude. Can't win every battle. Sometimes you just gotta let people shotgun red doors. So that's getting fixed, but until that time, we gotta do some finagling. Yeah, control strats. Dude, we did that in our DPL game against each other. It was really funny because we looked at the door. There was like it was something like a shed, and then there was an office that had a red door in here, and you could shotgun the shed door and then the red door. And both of us on attacker did it. Like, we did it first, and then they did it. No more shotgunning red doors from inside. Yup. Goddamn right.
Well, I think you can still shotgun them open, but you have to be really close, don't you?
Yeah, you got to be like within a tile or two. So each of these is like 7.5 units, and I think you got to be within like 8. So it's like here to a door.
Yeah.
And it's based off of damage fall off, from what I remember. So like, sure, you could still shotgun open a red door if it was like obnoxiously close to another door or a window or something, but that typically doesn't happen. And normally when it does, it's through a wall, which was another big problem.
Yeah.
The in-house tool you are currently using is amazing, allowing you to change the map views and all. Very cool. Yeah, dude. It's sick. Yeah, I just have a hotkey set up to my mouse, and I swap between profiles when I need roof stairs. I swap between profiles just so I have the macro enabled. It's very, very helpful. Honestly, I wish I'd done it sooner. I didn't do it for the longest time, and then I started doing it recently, and I was like, oh my goodness, why haven't I done this before? This is great. Maybe doing like a little shelf down here. I don't know. That's like, you know what? We're just removing that. And then this is my favorite part right here. This is always let's get a good view. Let's do like over here so you can see more. Ready? We get to press the button. Ooh, look at all that good stuff. Ooh. Oh my goodness, it looks like a level. Look at it go. Yeah, it will change Kill House, but I mean, honestly, it was never designed to be played like that. So it's more like it'll be closer to the initial design of what I'm used to and what a lot of like the alpha and pre-alpha people are used to. I think it's a very necessary and very good change, personally. So let's see. We have some interesting decisions. We have another single red door map, a bomb and storage. I think this is going to be a really defender-heavy map, and we need to simplify a little bit of this.
Defender heavy. It's what we like to hear.
Can we get on top of those freezers and storefront? The deli coolers? Yes. The fridges? No. There are blockers on the fridges that are specifically for this style. So you can see if we go down here, you won't be able to get on top of them, but you'll be able to stand on top of these and pick which side you'll go to. So if you wanted to shoot into freezer like this, you totally could by standing on these. You might even be able to like shotgun over this and like lob a frag in there by standing on this.
Why did you guys choose to use a procedurally generated system for the map generation?
Question. Because it's the best way of making that many maps, I'd assume. It was around before my time.
Well,
so
and
I'd have to ask like our technical lead.
Well, and I think a lot of it too was to look how many other FPS titles are just like doing map knowledge and okay, if I hold here, I know I can watch this angle. Like it adds a almost a point of randomness to the game where you have to be on your like planning phase and realizing okay, I can hold it from here or whatnot.
For the map generation, I'm very sorry I'm asking all these questions. I'm just trying to understand how your dev process is. Why not just level design all yourself? Is it due to the fact that you want to pump out maps quick? Absolutely, yes. That's our whole shtick is make plans, shoot mans, no map knowledge. Or no predetermined map knowledge.
Yep.
Or direct predetermined map knowledge. And you can ask as many questions as you want. That's why we do these streams.
Yep.
So don't feel guilty about asking questions when that's what we're here for. Don't apologize for that stuff. Planning phase 10-10, best part of the game. Oh, just wait until the music comes back in, dude. Yeah.
Music.
Music? What? Music? Who plays with music on?
It's funny because it's not I. It's the first thing I do in any game is turn the music off.
You know, Deep Process is one of the few games I keep the music at like a low volume for like a multiplayer game. Generally, yeah, I'll turn it off, but yeah, it can be annoying in a lot of games because it's just so irrelevant. All right, let's see what we got. We got some interesting breach potential on this map, honestly. Like, you can wall breach shed and just go straight for bomb, but you could also go in through here, go into the bottom of storage. Arcade is kind of a bunker. I need to clean this up a little bit. Just saw this. I think that this little section's fine, too. I don't want to mess with this stuff too much because it's already kind of fine as it is. Maybe doing, like, more DDR machines. I can't play with music in the background. Like it's so distracting.
Yep.
I think our game does a great job of or when music was in, it did a great job of like not overloading you with music. Like it would shut off when the planning phase was done with and you were like in execution. But I know a lot of games that they'll just continue blaring music and it's like just shut up, dude. I'm over this. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of good spots to hold in arcade, but that's actually really good. Having a lot of spots to hold the deeper you go into a level is really, really hard to manage as an attacker because you have to flash into rooms in order to breach them without just getting mowed down right away. So the deeper you go, the simpler a map should get. So like this should have like lots of wall props. So what we'll do here, just as an example, and because we kind of need them, is storage. We will get some wall props going. Let's see if I can find them. Oh man, I don't know where they are. Table maybe? Table A?
Table.
This one? Yeah, it's this one. I actually saw a clip the other day. I think it was on YouTube of there was like a table like this and someone was hiding back here with an auto shotgun, and what they did was they zooped up onto this table and saw their head and shot them through the metal. It's like that was
perfect.
cheeky. Love it. Love to see it.
How long
And
does
we'll
it
do
take for a
some
map to be refined?
Well, we're almost done with this one. You know, we've been talking and kind of just shooting crap, but about like 30 to 40 minutes for me at least. Kind of depends on the map. If I'm like really in the zone and working, really fast and just trying to pump up maps, you can get C-stores done in like 15 to 20 minutes if you're going like hard. Kill houses are kind of like they can be anywhere. Sometimes they're not that hard to make. Sometimes they require an hour of work, but generally speaking, if you do more than like an hour of work on a single map, you're taking too long and you're thinking too much about it. And that's what I found out a lot.
Yeah. Yes, DP partner maps.
still a thing.
Yep, they are. Don't you look for additional pair of hands for map making?
If we do, you can, I think, type !jobs or go to dueprocess.info/jobs.
Yeah.
It would be listed there if we need another one. Cool. All right. How's this looking, guys? Seen anything that's different? I'm going to zoom around the map, do my fly through here in a sec. Hit this button again real quick. Save it. All right. I think bathroom's still a little awkward, but that's all right. I could probably put like a stall like right here just to block off this weird sightline that we got going on, but
I actually think this map is going to be attacker oriented. The more I look at it.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, like you got this whole section of the map that's pretty much defender heavy, which is good.
Well, when I look at it, I see
move the red door.
I see if I place a shotgun outside shed, he can breach open the bomb room door. My boys can drop down and wall charge into the bomb room, and then you're basically cutting the defenders off to a small section of the bomb room.
That's a little bit better. Let's make sure real quick there's no graffiti. And there's only one red door. Yeah, this is going to be a one red door map. I'm experimenting with these a little bit more. We have a lot of C stores that have double red door, and I find that it just kind of zones the defenders a little bit too much. So I'm trying this out. If people don't like it, I'll just go back to putting 2 on. It's not that big of a change, but yeah, I mean, if you can wall charge into bomb room, generally speaking, that's going to be the strat.
Yep.
Like almost 100% of the time. You see it in storefront all the time. I put a thing in level feedback today asking, or I think I deleted some of it, but I did have a question like, what makes this like a storefront onto bomb different from, let's say, like a kill house hallway and checkpoint that connect to a bomb room via wall charge? Like, I never hear about the kill house ones, but I always hear about the storefront ones. So what's different there? Like they're pretty much the same thing. Is it the checkpoint that you can, I guess, shoot from?
You mean like if a bomb is in storefront?
Yeah, I haven't put stairs in yet. Thank you. Good call. Good
in my opinion, if the bomb is in storefront and you wall charge storefront, there's very limited areas that they can shoot you from. Like, I know everybody says, well, freezer, but freezer is so easy as an attacker to take. Same with like having the green door. Like if you didn't have skylight here, right, and you just had the freezer, the bathroom, and teller, and maybe you'd had like a arcade one. You have to come out of those doors, and it's way easier for an attacker to just pre-aim a door than it is for you to open it to shoot out. So you're basically playing in storefront with minimal cover because all it takes is one flash into storefront, and you're kind of SOL. And I think that's why people complain about it. Is because there's just not enough. It's not like it's a hard room to take. You just breach in and you have a majority of the map, and then you're just holding doors.
Yeah, but the same exact thing could happen and does happen on Kill House. And that's where I get confused because like Kill House is even more close quarters. And
I think it's like, the wall bangs on Kill House because you can wall bang from a ways away.
Yeah, like I guess I don't understand why storefront in particular is such a pain.
Hello? Uh-oh. Did Sandwich die? Hold on, boy. Hold on, guys. All right, so this is what we got right now. Right now. I think his internet might have dropped. Can you guys still hear me at least in chat? Making sure it's not my internet. Okay, you can. Okay, so I guess that's it. I think Argus came and swooped him up. Well, I mean, it does. Which DP part are we rating? We can go look, because it is the end of the channel or the stream. Let's go take a look. Let's go read Control. Actually, Control was in here earlier. He's one of our Argus specialists. And we're gonna go raid him. I'm gonna go and raid him. We'll be back later on tonight. They have dev team practice, so be sure to tune in for that. Ask those guys any questions. They practice for the rivals matches every week. Other than that, guys. Oh, Sando?
Yeah, hello. My internet just decided to off itself for some reason.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened there, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah.
That's all right.
My internet was like, I was talking, and then I just hear, and I disconnected from Discord, and I was like, wait a second. No, not like this. So.
That's all right. We were just doing the outro because I just looked at the time. We've been live for a little bit, so.
Yeah, no worries.
We're going to rate Control, guys. Dev team practice goes on tonight. Thank you once again for tuning in for a Tuesday map making session with Sandwich and I. Hopefully we'll see you guys back again. Sando, do you have anything you want to say to send them off?
No, really. Just thanks for popping in and thanks for asking questions. We appreciate it.
Perfect. All right, guys. We'll see you later.